Hello ARMY! Welcome back to our channel. You guys definitely still haven't moved on from BTS's New Year moment yesterday, right? Especially what Jimin did after he said Happy New Year. Guys, you need to hear this until the end, because what happened after that literally made millions of ARMYs around the world cry their hearts out. But before we start, don't forget to click the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell, so you won't miss the latest updates about BTS and Jimin. And if you're part of ARMY who watched the New Year live yesterday, drop a purple emoji in the comment section. Okay ARMY, let's get started. So guys, the night of the transition from 2025 to 2026 was truly a legendary night for ARMYs around the world. Just imagine, after waiting for them for so long, finally all 7 BTS members gathered completely in one frame on Weverse Live. Jin, RM, Suga, J-Hope, Jimin, V, and Jungkook were all there in the same room. Those of you who watched the live must know how it felt, right? Heart pounding fast, hands shaking holding your phone, eyes getting teary, and mouth couldn't stop smiling. And all of that was nothing compared to what happened afterwards. The anticipation was real, guys. ARMYs had been waiting for this reunion for what felt like forever. The military service period had been tough for everyone. We missed seeing them perform together, missed their group dynamics, missed the chaos and laughter that only happens when all 7 are together. And finally, that night, we got to witness the magic again. So here's the story, ARMY. As it approached midnight, all 7 BTS members started counting down together. They stood up, their voices were so in sync. 10, 9, 8. And guys, you should have seen Jimin's expression at that moment. His eyes were sparkling, his smile reached his ears, and he looked extremely happy. The energy in that room was absolutely electric. You could feel it even through the screen. Each member had their own way of showing excitement. Jin was being his usual funny self, making jokes between the countdown. RM had this proud leader look on his face, like he was taking in the moment and appreciating how far they've come. Suga, despite his cool exterior, couldn't hide a smile. V was waving enthusiastically at the camera, Jungkook was bouncing with energy, and J-Hope was literally bringing sunshine into the room with his bright personality. Now, when the countdown reached 0, that room literally exploded with screams of joy. Members hugged each other, patted each other's backs, and laughed together. And in the middle of that chaos, Jimin raised his hand high and shouted with full emotion, Happy New Year. Guys, this wasn't just an ordinary greeting. The way he said it, the intonation of his voice, his facial expression, everything was full of such genuine emotion. You could feel how truly happy and grateful he was to welcome the new year with the members and ARMY. And what happened after Jimin said that? Boom. Social media literally exploded, guys. Within seconds, Twitter immediately created trending topics. Jimin's name skyrocketed to #1 trending worldwide, followed by other members' names and various hashtags about BTS and New Year. ARMYs from Korea, Japan, America, Brazil, Indonesia, and literally from all corners of the world simultaneously posted screenshots of that moment. Social media timelines were filled with long threads about how meaningful that moment was. Some were crying, some were screaming, some were speechless. Total chaos, but in the most beautiful way. The global impact was insane, guys. Fan accounts were posting in multiple languages, translating every word the members said for international ARMYs. Artists were creating fan art in real time, inspired by the emotions of the moment. Some ARMYs were making compilation videos, others were writing appreciation posts, and everyone was just overwhelmingly emotional. But wait, ARMY, the story isn't over yet. What made this moment even more epic was what Jimin did after that greeting. After the screams and hugs with other members, Jimin moved closer to the camera. And guys, when his face filled the screen, honestly, millions of ARMYs instantly melted. With breath still catching, Jimin started speaking in a calmer voice but full of warmth. And this is what made everyone cry, guys. He said, ARMY, this new year is bright. Finally, the year where we can meet you all has arrived. Did you hear that, guys? Finally, that word contains so much meaning. It represents all the waiting, all the longing, and all the hope they've been holding. And Jimin's voice slightly trembled when saying that, not because of sadness, but because his emotions were too big to contain. But Jimin wasn't finished yet, guys. He continued, "We want to show our gratitude to ARMY, who has always been by our side giving support. I hope this year is filled with more happiness than last year." And that's when, guys, thousands of ARMYs watching started crying, including me. Seriously, who could hold back tears hearing such sincere words from Jimin? We've been waiting for them for years, supporting them from afar, streaming their songs, and always believing that this day would come. And now, when Jimin expressed his gratitude so genuinely, all our efforts felt incredibly worthwhile. What made it even sweeter, after saying that, Jimin made a finger heart. Yes, his signature move that always makes ARMY feel giddy. He directed his finger heart to the camera, and other members joined in too. J-Hope even made a huge heart with both hands above his head. Jin did EGO that made everyone laugh. The moment was just so wholesome. Now guys, this is what made ARMY extremely curious. After making the finger heart, Jimin suddenly whispered something into J-Hope's ear. And J-Hope's reaction? He immediately laughed loudly and nodded excitedly. Guys, can you imagine how ARMYs around the world reacted when they saw that scene? Instant chaos. Timelines filled with theories. Some said they were talking about new choreography. Some thought it was about a surprise plan for ARMY. Some were sure they were discussing something about the comeback. Speculations were everywhere. The detective ARMY came out in full force. People were analyzing lip movements, trying to read what Jimin said. Some claimed they could make out certain words. Others were enhancing the audio to try and hear the whisper. It became this whole investigation moment that only ARMY can pull off. The dedication was real. And Jimin, after whispering to J-Hope, turned back to the camera and said something that made ARMY even more excited. He said, "This year will be a very special year. We have prepared many things for you." Boom. That was like dropping a bomb, guys. ARMY immediately went into analysis mode, analyzing every word, every vocal pressure, every facial expression of Jimin. What have they prepared? New album, world tour, special project, collaboration. The possibilities are endless. Member after member also started speaking in turn, each giving their New Year greetings. RM with his amazing leadership thanked ARMY. Suga with his cool style also expressed his happiness. Jin made everyone laugh with his legendary dad jokes. V interacted with ARMY's comments super sweetly. Jungkook promised to give the best performance in 2026. But guys, attention kept coming back to Jimin. There was something in the way he spoke, the way he smiled, and the way he looked at the camera that made ARMY feel super close to him even though we were separated by screens and thousands of kilometers. Even when other members were talking, the camera often caught Jimin smiling to himself as if thinking about something super exciting. And here it is, guys, the most epic moment. In the middle of the live, RM suddenly announced something. "ARMY, we have something for you." And all members immediately looked at each other with mysterious smiles. Jimin even clapped softly, excited like a little kid waiting for a gift. "So cute." RM continued. "Some of you may have already received something today, or will receive it in the next few days." And guys, ARMYs watching became even more curious. It turns out, BTS had sent special postcards to ARMYs who had been Weverse members for the past 3 years. And Jimin, with sparkling eyes, said, "You will know why that date is very important to us and you." Guys, do you know how excited Jimin was when saying that? Like he couldn't wait for ARMY to know the secret. Well, ARMYs who already received the postcards immediately ran to get them and started posting photos on social media. And that's where, guys, the secret was revealed. The postcard had the date March 20th, 2026. And ARMYs who are super smart immediately connected the dots. That's their comeback date. BTS's new album will be released on that date. Guys, you can't imagine how ARMY reacted. Social media literally exploded. New hashtags appeared every minute. ARMY made countdowns, merchandise, fan art, and various other content in just a matter of hours. Videos from the Weverse Live were clipped and shared millions of times. And especially the moment Jimin said Happy New Year, and everything that happened after became the most reposted content and turned into wallpapers. What made this moment even more memorable was the authenticity and sincerity shown by all members, especially Jimin. Nothing was scripted or made up. Everything was natural, from their laughter, their jokes, to to the emotions they showed. Jimin, who we know cares so much about ARMY, really showed how much he missed the fans and how grateful he was for the support that never stopped even though they had to go on hiatus. Before ending the live, Jimin once again took position in front of the camera. This time, guys, his expression was more serious but still full of warmth. And this is what made many ARMYs cry again. He said, "ARMY, we promise to give you the best in this year, 2026. We have worked very hard, and we can't wait to show everything to you." He continued, "Thank you for waiting for us. Thank you for never leaving us. And most importantly, thank you for being the reason we keep moving forward. We love you." Guys, seriously, who could not cry hearing such heartwarming words? Jimin really represented all the members' feelings to ARMY. And the way he said it was so genuine, from heart to heart. After Jimin's words, other members also added their words of gratitude. And they shouted together, "Sarangi ARMY," with super enthusiasm. The live was then closed with all members waving to the camera, and Jimin was the last one seen still smiling widely before the screen went black. And guys, what happened after the live ended was a phenomenon rarely seen in the K-pop world. BTS and Jimin's names didn't come down from trending topics for days. Articles about their New Year celebration were written by media from various countries. Even mainstream media that usually don't cover K-pop news discussed this special moment. Music industry analysts predicted that BTS's comeback in March 2026 will be one of the biggest music events of the year. And guys, we all know that's really going to happen because ARMY is super ready to support them wholeheartedly. ARMYs who have been fans for years said that the moment when Jimin said, "Happy New Year," and everything that happened after is one of the most memorable moments in BTS history. Not because there was something spectacular or expensive, but because of the authenticity, warmth, and promise contained in it. This is proof, guys, that the relationship between BTS and ARMY isn't just an ordinary artist and fan relationship. This is a super strong emotional bond that has been built over the years. We're not just fans, we're family. That New Year's night 2026 didn't just mark the turn of the year, but also marked the beginning of a new BTS era. An era where they return as a complete group, more mature, stronger, and with greater determination to give the best for ARMY. And it all started with Jimin's simple greeting, "Happy New Year," which turned out to carry so much meaning, hope, and promise for a bright future. That greeting wasn't just an ordinary greeting, but it was a statement. A statement that they're ready, they miss ARMY, and they can't wait to show everything they've prepared. Guys, we as ARMY also have to prepare ourselves. The comeback on March 20th, 2026 is right around the corner. We have to be ready to support them wholeheartedly. Stream their songs, vote on various platforms, spread positive vibes, and most importantly, give them the love and support they need. Because as Jimin said, we are the reason they keep moving forward. And they are the reason we keep smiling and have hope. That's the beautiful relationship between BTS and ARMY. This mutual relationship of love and support is what makes the BTS-ARMY bond so special and unique in the entertainment industry. It's not one-sided, it's reciprocal. They inspire us, we inspire them. They work hard for us, we support them unconditionally. It's truly a partnership built on trust, respect, and genuine care for each other's well-being. Okay, ARMY, that was the complete story about what happened after Jimin said, "Happy New Year." How about it? Are you still crying? Or are you even more excited waiting for their comeback? Drop in the comments how you felt watching the New Year live yesterday. And don't forget to share this video with fellow ARMYs so they can relive that beautiful moment too. Also, don't forget to like this video if you enjoyed it. Subscribe to our channel to get the latest updates about BTS, and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss anything. See you in the next video, ARMY. And remember, we purple you. Borahi.